Welcome to History Doc.
All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we are exploring what is arguably the ultimate historical detective story, the search for the lost tomb of Cleopatra, Egypt's absolute final pharaoh.
For centuries, her resting place has remained a complete and total mystery. But right now, just outside Alexandria at the ancient temple of Taposiris Magna, archaeologists are literally digging up clues that might finally give us an answer to this 2,000-year-old enigma.
Think of this as our investigation dossier. We're going to run through 5 key areas today. First, the lost queen's tomb. Second, a tale of 2 cultures. Third, alliances, betrayals, and Rome. Fourth, the fall of Egypt. And finally, unlocking the final mystery. We're going to follow the modern archaeological dirt to untangle the ancient political drama of her life, her reign, and her incredibly dramatic downfall.
So kicking things off with Section 1, the Lost Queen's Tomb, and the digging happening at Taposiris Magna.
Out at this ancient temple, former lawyer turned archaeologist Kathleen Martinez is in the middle of her incredibly intense 12th season of excavation. She has been absolutely obsessed with Cleopatra since she was 15 years old. As Kathleen puts it, I am sure that when Queen Cleopatra's tomb is found, she will tell us her story. And recently, her team used georadar technology to detect a massive, mysterious void deep beneath the temple. She firmly believes this could be the Queen's final hiding place.
And you know, the stakes at this site are incredibly high. The team has already unearthed coins bearing Cleopatra's actual face, which proves the temple was active during her reign. But even more stunning, they uncovered a mummy fitted with a 22-karat gold tongue, so it could speak to the gods in the afterlife, right alongside a perfectly preserved yet brutally mutilated skeleton with its legs chopped off right at the ankles.
This violently mutilated man was discovered with the Greek fibula brooch nearby, which was a super common item used to fasten robes at the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty. The brutal nature of this burial points directly to extreme political unrest and severe punishments during the final days of Cleopatra's rule. It really goes to show us that her world was one of immense wealth, sure, but also ruthless, violent politics.
Moving on to Section 2, a tale of 2 cultures, Greek heritage, Egyptian throne. To actually understand the vibrant, blended society Cleopatra ruled, we have to look at the work of archaeologist Bassem Gihad. He's currently excavating the sweltering ancient desert city of Philadelphia. And just to put this into perspective, finding artifacts out here is literally like finding a needle in a desert. This vast excavation site is larger than 800 football fields combined. 800! It's a massive undertaking that requires an insane amount of patience to uncover where the ancient cemeteries are hidden beneath the dunes. Now, under Cleopatra's rule, 2 totally distinct worlds merged together. On one hand, you had Greek influences, purple tunics, those fibula brooches, and beeswax portraits, but they were living right alongside traditional Egyptian practices, like mummification, carvings of the god Anubis, and pharaonic headdresses. You see, while her family, the Ptolemies, were actually Greek rulers installed after Alexander the Great conquered Egypt in 332 BC, Cleopatra was different. She was the very first in her dynasty to actually learn the Egyptian language, and she brilliantly blended both of these cultures to unify her people. Bassem's team recently uncovered something just phenomenal. An incredibly well-preserved 2,000-year-old encaustic beeswax mummy portrait of a Greek woman wearing a purple tunic. It is such a stunning visual representation of this blended world. You're looking at a purely Greek artistic style being utilized directly within a traditional Egyptian mummification ritual. It's just wild to see.
Which brings us to Section 3, Alliances, Betrayals, and Rome, the geopolitics of survival.
To understand why this thriving blended society completely collapsed, we have to pull back from the art and focus on the ruthless geopolitics involving the aggressively rising superpower of Rome. Cleopatra took the throne at just 21 years old amid a nasty domestic conflict with her brother, and she made a brilliant strategic move. Around 48 BC, she allied with Roman dictator Julius Caesar. After Caesar was assassinated in 44 BC, she pivoted, forging a really powerful and romantic alliance with another Roman leader, Mark Antony, to protect her kingdom. But this escalating tension eventually leads to Octavian declaring war in 32 BC, culminating in her tragic death in 30 BC. Out of that first alliance with Caesar came a son, Caesarion. He literally represented the physical and political union of Egypt and Rome. In the modern Library of Alexandria, archaeologist Meredith Brand studies a fascinating bust of Caesarion. It carves this incredibly clever political alliance right into stone. You have a subject with distinctively Greek, curly-haired facial features, but he's wearing the traditional Egyptian Nemes headdress. You know, that striped cloth worn by pharaohs? But of course, every alliance creates an enemy. Enter Octavian, Julius Caesar's adopted heir. He looked at Antony and Cleopatra's alliance and saw a direct existential threat to his own ambition for the Roman throne. And to make matters more complicated, Antony was actually married to Octavian's sister back in Rome. Now he was aligning his massive military forces with Cleopatra's immense Egyptian wealth, creating a superpower bloc that Octavian simply could not ignore.
So let's look at Section 4, the fall of Egypt and the end of a 3,000-year civilization.
This tangled web of personal betrayals and political rivalries inevitably culminated in a massive clash that would officially end a 3,000-year-old civilization, the Battle of Actium. Octavian's victorious naval fleet completely crushed the combined forces of Antony and Cleopatra right off the coast of Greece. In the devastating aftermath, the couple fled back to Egypt. With Octavian's forces closing in and absolutely no way out, both of them tragically took their own lives in 30 BC, famously ending her reign and her life on her own terms.
Octavian was completely relentless in the aftermath. He ordered the execution of young Caesarion, wiping out the final rival bloodline. He claimed the title of Augustus, effectively becoming Rome's first emperor. And he demoted Egypt from a fiercely independent empire to a mere Roman province, permanently ending the era of the pharaohs. Octavian essentially wiped them from the map, replacing their culture with Roman architecture, which is exactly why we're left with the purely Roman ruins we see at sites like Com el-Dika in Alexandria today.
And that brings us to Section 5, unlocking the final mystery, deep inside Taposiris Magna.
Remember, Cleopatra was a genius strategist. Even in total defeat, she likely made one final masterful move to protect her legacy from Octavian's wrath. She hid her tomb. Which brings us right back to Taposiris Magna. Right now, Kathleen Martinez is descending an incredibly perilous 25-foot vertical shaft on a shaking ladder. From there, she navigates a hand-carved solid rock tunnel stretching for hundreds of meters. I mean, think about the exhausting engineering feat that is. It would have taken years to chisel. All of this just to reach a mysterious doorway blocked by ancient rubble. Deep underground, literally fighting for oxygen in the suffocating heat and toxic air, Kathleen manages to say, "I can't breathe, the air is bad, but I can see an entrance here." It is an absolutely heart-stopping discovery. A secret tunnel doorway, totally blocked by ancient debris.
This hidden doorway heavily supports our core theory. Cleopatra outsmarted the Romans one last time. I mean, why put so much effort into carving a massive hidden tunnel system deep underground unless it was meant to hide something incredibly important? Even though Kathleen's excavation permit was expiring for the season, forcing her to pause, this tunnel suggests Cleopatra successfully orchestrated the ultimate vanishing act. She denied Octavian his final greatest prize, parading her captured body through the streets of Rome.
So I want to leave you with this final thought today. Does the rubble in the Taposiris Magna tunnel hide the final resting place of Cleopatra? As archaeologists continue to sift through the sands of Egypt, peeling back the layers of this 2,000-year-old story, we really have to ask, are we finally standing on the very threshold of uncovering the most spectacular mystery of the ancient world? Well, only time and a little more digging will tell.
Like this video, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to History Doc.